You're listening to the Last Man In podcast. Covering Winnipeg hockey and the NHL.
Scheifele dances his way in. Scheifele scores! Mike Wheeler finds the far corner. And the Winnipeg Jets win it in overtime.
Welcome to Last Man In Last Man In podcast episode number 169. I don't care. I've reached that point. I'm out. Greg's on another scouting report. We kicked Dan off the show. I'm taking over. Welcome to Off the Rails podcast episode 2. In the last 3 weeks, the replacement Matt's here.
Yes, I am.
Here he is. And we're here to talk to you about the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, we are.
That's how we're going to start this off.
Yeah, we're not... Hey, Dan and Greg were holding me back, okay? My true... It's off the rails. I do what I want. This podcast... Look at me. I'm the captain now.
Good start.
What's that?
Good start.
Yeah, fantastic. What happened to the Cleveland Browns?
So, I was telling you this. I wanted to keep this a surprise for you.
Good. I have nothing. I know nothing.
You know nothing about
I
this.
have no idea. I'm not even lying. I have nothing.
So, the Bengals and the Browns made a trade before the deadline to send A.J. McCarron, the QB for the Bengals, to Cleveland. Cleveland had their quarterback. The Bengals called it in. The Browns celebrated till past the deadline. No deal.
What?
They didn't make the call into the NFL.
Both teams have to make that call.
Both teams have to make that call. The Browns did not.
Why?
Because they were too busy celebrating that they got their quarterback of the future.
Oh my God. I'm leaving. I didn't know Mark Bergevin was also in Cleveland. Run the show on your own. I'm done. I'm tired of it. Nah, I'm just kidding. Unbelievable. What the hell? Come on. That's awful. I don't like Off the Rails anymore. I want Greg and Dan back. I don't like Matt here anymore. Just kidding. All right. We don't preview. We just jump into things here. That's how we do things. That's
fun that way.
It's fun.
It's a surprise for everyone.
It's a surprise, yeah.
Especially us.
Yeah, Off the Rails / whatever we end up talking about. Never have to do hockey, ever.
No.
But we'll bring it back. The Jets played, to my knowledge, 4 games since our last podcast. 4. We'll go oldest to newest. Penguins.
The 2-1 game.
2-1 OT loss.
OT loss. So they got a
Get
point?
a point. They got a point.
They did that twice, so that's good.
Yeah.
They did against Columbus. We're previewing. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
How dare you? How dare you foreshadow on my show?
Who scored? I think it was...
For the OT loss?
I know Kessel scored the game winner off a bad
Tanev scored for
Was it
Jets.
Tanev?
I think
no,
so.
I thought that was Columbus. That was definitely Columbus.
Okay, my bad.
So, who? I don't know. Who.
Was it Shakes?
It was Shakes.
Okay, because I'm pretty sure Shakes scored on
I
that.
did text you that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was Shakes shot it, tipped off Letang. Like, bad, Letang, there was no way Letang should have touched it. Like, it was like this, about midsection high, and he just kind of looks around, and then just goes, ha! And tries to bat it out of the air, and hits it down, and, Murray's, looks at him and goes, what the fuck, dude?
Nice, one of those? Oh, I love those ones. Their goalies are what the hell?
And Letang's like, that was me. And he's just pointing himself, he's like, that was me. It's like, yeah, we all know it was you.
That was me. That was my bad.
I did that. That's my duty.
Okay, all right. So, any takeaways from the Penguins game whatsoever? Defensively?
Defensively, they're
looking better.
All 4 games that they played this past
the one that
week.
We'll talk about, these ones.
Yeah, these 4 games.
Good.
All of them defensively, very sound, very good. So, they're on the right path.
For now.
Well, we'll see.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but they're looking good.
But as of right now, they're in a playoff spot, a month into the season. Looking good.
Basically, so the trick is keep Greg off the podcast. Jets do great defensively.
We could be the Oilers right now, so let's just be happy that we're not.
Why? What do you mean?
They're 3-7-1 right now.
Oh, yeah, but they have Connor McDavid. They have a pretty good trump card.
I know, but they have no defenseman.
No, I'm not even trying
Darnell Nurse is their top defenseman right now.
Not even trying to segue into that one. Using the trump card, but Connor McDavid literally dressed up a Donald Trump for Halloween.
Yeah, and then got bombarded by questions for what were you trying to say? wasn't trying to say anything. It was like Halloween costume.
It's fun.
But what did you mean by dressing up like Donald Trump? I didn't mean anything. Can we drop it?
This is what they wanted to
Trump.
hear.
We want to hear it.
I want to be American. I hate Canada. I'm going to move. I'm going to pull a Brett Hall. I'm tired of this place. That's what they want him to
That's
say.
what they want to hear.
All right. So Penguins, 2-1. OT loss. Got the 1 point.
The only thing I'll say is, like, Line A really screwed up on that. Tried to force a pass in OT.
Oh, yeah,
was-
where Kessel scored the OT. Oh, Kessel, the OT winner, was his 300th career goal.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
What?
Milestone against the Jets.
Oh, don't even talk about milestones. Guess who gave him just... You get a win. You get a win. The Flyers. They did their charity work. It's over. It's done. You're welcome, Arizona. Why score 2 goals throughout the course of a game when you could score 2 goals in 35 seconds left in a game, right?
Short-handed nonetheless.
That's how you play hockey. What? Come on, Hackstall and Hextall. Very confusing.
Very confusing.
It is very confusing.
Very
It's
confusing.
stupid. Game 2 of this road trip against Columbus Blue Jackets. 2-1. Brandon Tanev got the lone goal for the Jets.
Followed his own rebound.
Good. So that's good.
Very good.
Brandon Tanev. I heard the comparison of Brandon Tanev. He reminds the person who they were saying, describing him, was saying, you know the really fast guy in Mighty Ducks, but has no hockey skill, but tries?
I don't know his name.
Louis Gomez? No. Mendoza. Luis Mendoza.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mendoza. He's like, that's Brandon Tanev. Like, that's who Brandon Tanev is. Do you agree, disagree? You watch the most that anyone I know.
I don't think his hockey sense is bad, but
No.
it's his talent. He's not there to score goals. He's there to kill penalties and crash and bang bodies, which he does. He's leading our team in hits, and he's 160 pounds, so I'm not going to complain about him ever. I'm one of those guys that thinks he deserves to be on this team in that he's proven after, how many games have they played, 12 now?
I believe so.
Or even 11, it might be, I don't know. He should be here. There's no doubt in my mind.
All right. Okay. So you think above Dano and all those guys, Tanev, number 1.
Without a doubt.
Your reaction for Dano says it all, by the way.
I don't hate Dano, but
we know. Hate's a strong word, but we say it instinctively now.
Yeah,
Yes.
he doesn't do anything on the ice. There's nothing there. I don't know. It looks like he's disinterested or unenthusiastic when he's on the ice. He's just kind of skating around. I just don't like it. I don't know.
Okay. Now, do we want to bring in Dan now, or do you want to cap the games and then bring him in?
Cap the games, then bring him.
Fair. That's a good decision, too.
Yeah.
Good decision. Because we don't know
then
how
we can
long...
get his perspective on it.
Exactly. We'll speed run it. We're good. Yeah. All right. So this game against the Penguins, someone just was like, hey, Jets, the Penguins have played 4 games in 6 nights. Coming off a back-to-back. They might be tired. Also,
they played 3 games in 4 nights.
Okay.
The Jets also played 3 games in 4 nights. So let's go back a little bit. We had to go from Pittsburgh to Columbus. Like, not an easy thing. Oh, wait, we're going to play...
It's a half-hour flight. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Get out of here. Okay.
How long is the Minnesota to
Winnipeg?
Winnipeg? Was that an hour and a half?
Probably an hour and a half.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably.
Fuck to.
Okay. Fair. Okay. Fine.
The
What was
problem
the
they did,
Oh, go.
the thing they did that they shouldn't have done is they started Murray again. That was
Bengals.
back-to-back nights. I don't like starting your goalie on back-to-back nights.
Who's their backup goalie?
Des Smith. Not anymore because he went back to the A already, and they brought up that Tristan Jaffrey.
Tristan Jarry.
Jarry? Is
Yeah,
it Jarry?
yeah.
Oh.
Okay. No. I just remember him from university.
Yeah.
From junior.
Yeah, well, they brought him up now, so that's it. Because he's actually a good goalie, unlike that Des Smith, who just was out of his element.
He was the junk or the garbage. Am I right? He was a pile of
the trash.
There you go. The trash. Actually, I was trying to bug a friend of the show, Kara. I was tweeting at him when the Jets, I'm like, plenty of time for the Pens to come back. Plenty of time. Just egging them on a bit. And then I took a picture when Des Smith went in, and I'm like, coming in for the win. And then the Jets proceeded to score 2 goals on 3 shots on him. And then he's like,
First shot of the game. But I'm pretty sure that was the Wheeler goal where he comes in, dangles Letang real bad, forehand, backhand, and then roofs it, goes post in and out. I was like, yeah, okay, not the goalie's fault, but like not what you want to have come down on you first.
But when you have a DE in front of your name, you're in for big trouble. Because Kerry got me good. He says, like, oh, we had to win? But we're like, dude, lost. Am I right? No, he didn't. He said something
like,
better.
this suck.
Yeah, this suck. Terrible, dude. Yeah, so we haven't even said the score of this game, by the way.
Oh yeah, it was a bad for Pittsburgh.
It was a debad?
It was a debad.
What was the score?
7-1.
Woo!
So 4 points for Wheeler.
Wait, I have a stat on this.
Oh.
Blake Wheeler, 3 goals in 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Fastest hat trick in Winnipeg Jets / Atlanta Thrashers history.
Sweet. I didn't know that. I knew it was Winnipeg. I didn't know it was Atlanta as well. That's.
Well, I mean, Kovalchuk was good, but obviously he's not Blake Wheeler good. Am I right? Look at me.
That's what we're comparing. I don't like the comparison.
No.
It's not comparing.
No. Well, that's the only guy that cut. Like, I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, they had Hossa for a couple of years.
They had
really.
they had 50 and 07, baby. Okay, they had Danny Heatley. How dare
The
you?
All-Star.
How dare you? But
Sorry.
like, what I love about the 50 and 07 stat is like, first off, the division they were in was awful, and like back in those days, everyone sucked. Like all their goals
That was when he was
were
in
terrible.
Ottawa, right?
50 and 07? Oh, never mind. I thought it was in Thrashers. My bad. I stand.
It was either in Ottawa or San Jose because he got traded right after he killed that guy.
Okay, first off, that guy was Dan Snyder.
I'm so right.
Rude. But since we're on the subject of it, I remember going to the first year the Jets were here, they're giving away team awards at the end of the year. And there's a Dan Snyder Memorial Award, which is just like, I believe it's like community work and like, just like, you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's like community work and like just being a good person.
You know more than I would about this.
Anyways, I'm sitting and like, I'm like right across from the players' bench where my seats were for that game. That was a Stamkos 60th game, actually. But either way, they were like, oh, for the Dan Snyder Memorial Award, we'd like to just bow our head in silence for a moment of silence for Dan Snyder and the Snyder family. Dead quiet as it's almost over. Or no, it's like, thank you. And then the announcer says thank you, and then some guy from like 300 section, farthest seat away from me, as I can imagine, clear as day, says, thanks, Danny! Oh!
Wow!
I laughed. Guilty as charged. I laughed. I'll put it out there.
How many people laughed in that building?
Lots of people.
Oh, yeah.
Too many. Like, too many for it to be okay. Like, Winnipeg really showed its true colors that day, and I was there with them. I was like, yeah, we know. We're good people, but, I mean, we appreciate a good joke.
Yeah.
And, like, that was just like, wow. Thanks, Danny! I could hear the guy's voice. Like, if he ever started talking near me, I would know who it was.
Hey!
Yeah. Hey, Danny! Yeah. And he's like, that's me! The Danny guy! And like thumbs up, zooms in on his face with his shit-eating grin. How did I get on that? Oh yeah, Blake Wheeler 3 goals in 4 minutes, 20 seconds. They beat the Pens 7-1. Did they like wake up a bit? Are they going to find
what it was? It was
They
their
open them up. I think.
secondary scoring came in because that line A Little and Ehlers line, zeros on the stat sheet. 7 goals and not 1 point from any of those.
Line A Little or Ehlers?
Yeah, 0 points. Oh no! And I don't know who I was talking to about this.
Okay.
But they were like, could you imagine being like having a fantasy team in hockey? And, like, you just went, like, Jets hard. Like, and you're just, like, you had little line A Nealers. You're like, 7 goals. Oh, I must have done really good today. And you look.
2 assists from Shifley. What the hell? I think he had more, but either way.
I think he had 2 assists and a goal.
Okay. But still, in a game like that, you're like, oh, what? What the hell?
Not 1 point.
This crap.
So, they beat up on a tired Pittsburgh team that played the night before, but they were also tired. They just had the extra day of rest. That's
and the
all
tired advantage would come in home ice, I would say.
Exactly.
Because, I mean, Jets fans are pretty on. Every superstar that comes to Winnipeg, they're on him pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like, good. The Jets fans come up a pretty good chance. Like, pretty... Now, you know what? Top bar. I'm going to say tied with, to my knowledge, I'm being biased, Philly. Like, Philly fans do pretty good, too.
I think Nashville does pretty good, too.
Oh! Nashville crowd chants are great.
Yeah.
Like, participation.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, that's not even close. Like, Nashville's the best. But, like, for, like, going after players, like... Crosby's better, Jordan's better, silver medal was a great one. My favorite chant, again being biased, was 2 years ago. Whenever Patrick Kane like allegations
I know
going on,
exactly.
where the entire crowd, and I knew this because Doc Emmerich, announcer for NBC, broke character. Doc Emmerich never breaks character. And you could hear it on the mic, and they were trying to turn that mic down, and they couldn't do it quick enough, because I heard it, and it's on the internet.
She said no.
Yeah, it was, she said no. She said no. And I was like, wow, that's something. And, like, that's a hard sentence to, like, because when you're in the arena, like, in here, I was at the silver medal one, I didn't hear it when the game was happening, and I was in the upper deck. I just couldn't, like, there was so many people chanting it, that, like, only in the intermission did I hear from a guy, like, a couple rows down, saying, like, oh, that's hilarious, silver medal, because Ryan Miller won the silver medal. That was funny.
I had to explain it so slowly to his friend or what?
No. That's just how I do Jets fans sometimes.
Do you get it?
Do you get it? Because he lost to Canada. They thought he was a goalie of the future. Turns out Justin Quick, and even he can't get done anymore. Why are you drunk now? I don't know. I have so many questions. Jets fans, great chance. Their next game, they played the Minnesota Wild. I watched 2 minutes of this game, and it was one of the goals that Nick Ehlers scored, or the Nick Ehlers goal.
Oh, you should have seen the
What was
Twitter
the score
fans.
of the game, actually?
It was 2-1.
2-1, Winnipeg.
Yeah.
So they have 4 wins in a row now. How many wins do they have? Jets.
2 in a row.
Jets have 2
But
in a
then,
row.
because, the overtime losses. With the overtime losses in their last 9 games, they're 6-1-2. Yeah.
Oh, in the month of October. So they went, what? 6, basically, if you break down
6-3-2.
So they're above 500.
They are.
A game above 500.
Yeah.
So exactly where you wanted them to be.
Was it even... That's even better than I thought they were going to do because they got the 2 overtime losses, so it's essentially like another win.
That was nice.
Kind of how you look. That's kind of how I look at it. Like
We got a point in every game you played.
Well, yeah, you look at it. It's kind of like they're 7-4 right now.
Yep.
Because of the overtime losses, and that's it. Way better than I thought they were going to be. I thought they were going to be rated 500.
Which, yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So how did the Wild game go?
Not good.
Why?
They didn't. They were outplayed for a lot of that game.
Okay.
But just Matt Dumba was just like, here, guys. I'm from the area, kinda. Used to live near Manitoba or in Manitoba. I'm not sure how it is, but I think he's a Manitoba boy.
Matt Dumba?
Matt Dumba, yeah.
He's not a Manitoba boy.
He's just outside Ontario.
I think he's from, like, BC.
No, he's not.
Yeah, because he got drafted in WHL, and you have to live in the West to get drafted.
Yeah, anyone that lives in Manitoba can be in the dub.
He played for the Portland Winterhawks.
It doesn't matter. You can get drafted from
No, he
Manitoba
didn't. He
to
played for
Portland.
Red Bull. He played for
Red Deer.
He played in the WHL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone from Manitoba can play in the dub.
Oh, I thought you said OHL. I don't know why.
No, so, he's somewhere. He's either like somewhere in Manitoba or he's whatever.
He's not Manitoba. There's no way he's Manitoba.
I'm looking.
Google it right now.
I am.
Good.
I am.
I'll describe or while you're looking at, describe the goal. Matt Dumba's like, I'm going to start a breakout. I'm at my own blue line.
Oh, I'll just make a quick drop pass here.
Oh, look, the guy's not there, which is supposed to be, that Flo Granlund.
Yep.
Not there at all. And then he just got spun up because Nick Ehlers was like, oh, is that a free goal? Why, thank you, Matt Dumba. And he turnstilled Granlund because Granlund didn't expect to hit the brakes going full speed. And then Ehlers...
he's from Regina, Saskatchewan.
Oh, I thought it was BC.
No,
I'm wrong. I'm more wrong than
I'm
you.
closer.
I'm more wrong
so
than
I win.
You. Yeah, you
But
did.
anyways. Yeah. So Ehlers comes in, makes a move, almost loses the puck because literally everyone that was in front of him
lose the
does
puck.
lose the puck, and then just was able to just kind of shove it in the net just in time to take the lead at 2-1, like right at the beginning of the third.
And they just held on.
And they held on for dear life.
Was it that bad?
Oh,
Defensive issues.
not defensive issues because they were doing good in their own end. The problem is once they got the puck, it was just get to the red line, flip into the other zone. There was no puck control after that because they were making quick changes and not like just I don't know. They weren't possessing the puck. They were playing like the Jets of old, where they're not trying to continue to win. They're just holding on, trying to make sure they at least tie or something. I don't know. Like they weren't trying to win the game.
They're doing what every NHL team does.
Yeah,
basically.
they weren't trying to win the game. They were trying not to lose. Is what they were doing.
Not a great way to play hockey.
No, it's the worst way to play hockey because then you're in the defensive zone the whole time. But
any team in the NHL nowadays, though, that has 2 goals and it's like 10 left in the third, they just collapse on themselves. I'm like, what are you doing? Just put the foot on the paddle. What are you doing?
yeah, no, it's been
So apart from the Wild game, great.
No, I know they've been playing. Even the Wild game, they played well defensively. So you can't. I can't be mad about the play because that's always been the problem is their defensive play. But their defensive play has been good. Their penalty kill has been fantastic. That's ever since the first 2 games. I think they're 27 for 31 right now since the Calgary Edmonton games.
What happened in the Calgary Edmonton?
Oh, their power play was horrendous.
I know we talked about it, but my mind just goes
Always
to
terrible.
mush.
But yeah, so and then in their last, I think they're like at home since the not Calgary, Edmonton, Toronto, Edmonton, Calgary, the first 2 games of the year.
They're doing great.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm
hey,
gonna choose.
I'm going to bring in Dan, see what he says. If he doesn't answer, that is my bad. He told me to call him like quite a while ago, actually, like about 10 minutes ago. So let's see if we bring him in, if I can hear him. Here we go. All the views and Express are Dan and Dan only. Just kidding. Dan's like the most clean cut out of all of us. It's not even close.
Hello.
Hey, sorry it took so long. Draper and I just went and ran through the Jets games, but now we want your thoughts on the Jets game. So hold on, I got to set you up beside a super high-tech phone beside phone. Oh God, I got to hold it. Okay, what did you think of the Jets games, the past 4 games?
Well, first off, anything that involves you guys in high tech scares me. So.
Thanks, Dan. How dare you know that we're holding phones together right now?
That's why.
Here you go.
Well, I was away for both games last week, so didn't really get a chance to see anything. Just saw the scores.
Okay.
In America, they don't show hockey highlights on SportsCenter, so.
Oh wait, how was it? How did you find Did you find the golden prospects? Did you find any good prospects for us?
I might have found 1 or 2.
Teased it. How was the golden?
wait.
How was the golden arena? Did you walk by?
We just did a walk by, but from the outside, pretty nice.
Pretty nice. All right,
Yeah.
so you watched the other 2 games, and you watched the Penguins and the Wild.
Yeah, I did watch. Yeah, the Penguins game. That was a nice present to come home to, I should say. I don't know what the hell was going on in that game. That was not how I thought it would go down, but I'll take it. It was a good old-fashioned butt kicking, and if you're a Jets fan, then you're on the good side of it, and if you're a Pittsburgh fan, then I'd be worried about your team. Let's just put it that way.
What?
I don't know. But
Why are you worried about Pittsburgh?
They've been blown out twice.
their record's not terrible, but they lost to the Jets 7-1. They lost to Tampa Bay 7-1. And they lost to Chicago 10-1. Like, their goals against is, like, one of the worst. It might be the worst in the league, and their goal differential is terrible. Like, I know their record's not bad, but I don't know.
I think their differential is only worse than Arizona and Buffalo, I think, at this point.
Yeah, like, it's right down there at the bottom of the league. I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying that they're going to be, an awful team and that they're, not going to be in the playoffs, but I'd be worried about the three-peat if I was a Penguins fan. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? Have you watched any of their games, or have you followed any of it, or?
That's definitely a fair assessment.
Yeah.
I think they're going to turn it around. They're winning the three-peat, and Filthy Phil Kessel is going to be a 3-time Cup champion.
3-time Cup champion. Hey, he scored was it his 200th goal or 300th goal against the Jets in overtime?
300th. I mentioned that earlier. Of course, Got to hit those milestones against the Jets.
Always. Crosby did it last year. Might as well do it this year.
Well, did you hear that, actually? We forgot to mention, against the Wild, Tyler Ennis has 99 career goals, and he did not hit it. The slump is over.
Thank God.
Yeah, there you go. I was worried. I was worried that was going to carry on forever.
If Tyler Ennis hit a milestone against the Jets, I might just stop watching hockey. So.
What if he hits his 150th next year? That's assuming he gets 40
50 goals? Whoa. 50 goals in a year for him.
In a calendar year, yes.
Yeah, but it's taking him how long to get 100? Like 8 years, 9 years?
You think right around there, yeah. At least.
I don't know about that one. The game was, I don't think I've seen the Jets beat up on anybody quite that bad before. So it was was nice to see. I've never seen a first period hat trick before, so that was something. I think Wheeler's third goal is absolutely beautiful. It might be the nicest goal I've seen so far in the whole league, but it's early. But I will make that assessment right now.
You should see my face automatically rolled. My eyes rolled the moment you said that. Because clearly you haven't
Did you see the
seen...
goal?
The third goal?
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Not going to lie. I haven't.
Okay, well, you should probably watch it, because I think it was Letang. He basically makes Letang look like a fool and then goes backhand roof.
Letang's not looking great. I mean, he's had a rough road swing. I mean, McDavid made him look stupid last night.
Yeah? Actually,
That's the other
see
goal
that.
I was going to say would be highlight of the year so far was that McDavid goal yesterday.
Yeah, that was true. That was nice.
And what are your thoughts on the Minnesota Wild game?
Well, okay. I won't go on too big of a tangent, but it was maybe the worst officiated game of hockey I've seen in my life. It was terrible. It was awful. I know they won, so that's good. They played a good game. They played. It made me a little nervous because I don't feel the most confident in when they go into we're going to hold a 1-goal lead for the whole third period. They still make me nervous with that, but hey, they held on and good for them. But the officiating in this game was brutal. It was honestly, maybe one of the worst games official-wise that I've seen. It was just terrible.
How about the disallowed goal?
Oh, that was crap. Even the announcers on TV, Dennis Bayak basically read the rule on the air, and basically, usually they're impartial when something's close. They'll be like, oh, well, it's hard to tell. But they were pretty much blatantly like, nope, that was a goal. So, and I can see how the referee in real time might not have a good position, but I don't know. I mean, I guess you go into the debate, do you make all goals reviewable? Not saying that you review every goal, but something like this happens, if every scoring play is reviewable, then, you can get the right call, hopefully, because, yeah, they did show the replay, and it should have been a goal. So
The problem that they had is that it was called a hand pass on the ice, so that means the play's dead right then and there. So it's not a reviewable play, because if it was thrown in and then they ended up, Myers ended up tipping it, and they called it a glove goal, it would have been reviewable, and they could have overturned it, but because it was a pass, because they thought Armia touched it first, that's why they were dead.
But really, it kind of went off Myers' chest.
Well, that's another problem, is it wasn't even his hand, it was his chest that it bumped off of, so it didn't make much sense to me that they even blew it down, but the ref probably just saw it that way, right?
Yeah. As far as I understand, the rule is, I think even if the puck goes off your glove in the offensive zone, but it goes to your stick, then that's fine.
Yeah, I know that is.
So even if he had hit it with his glove and scored, it still would have been a goal. So that's the part that just
everything was wrong with that play. It was a really bad play.
It was bad. It was bad, and then I just thought that lots of the penalties were just really weak.
I don't know. What do you think of Stalock's dive? The Kyle Connor Stalock incident in front of the net.
My God. That was an Oscar-worthy dive by who was in net?
Stalock.
That was a 10. That was good. And he should really be pissed off at Suter, because I'm pretty sure Suter cross-checked Kyle Connor into him. So.
Oh, yeah, and then he barely touched him, but still.
Oh, and that's the thing, too. It was like a little nudge, and he does a full-on Fosbury flop, but
Well,
whatever.
I think the reason that gets called right there is because the refs missed one on Truber right before, and then they called one, on the exact same kind of play on Niederreiter.
Oh,
what
yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
Because then,
that was a bad hit on Truba. I don't condone Niederreiter for, jumping at a guy's head, but I'd be mad too.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So, I thought they, after the first two games, the way that they've kind of turned it around, and, it's not even that their record's really good, it's that they seem to have grasped the whole playing defense thing. They're actually a +1 goal differential now, which after the first two games was pretty hard to imagine, but they've
Well, ever since those first 2 games, they're 6-1-2. So
yeah, and they're not allowing a lot of goals, and they played, like they haven't really had a weak game. I mean, they played Vancouver, but honestly, Vancouver right now is not doing that bad. So
yeah, I know. Well, you look at I think it's the last 4 games they've only allowed 1 goal in regulation in all 4. Like,
yeah,
that's something to look up, like happy about as a Jets fan. Like,
well, and how about Hellebuck? Like,
oh, I have his stats here. I can read them out because they are impressive. Just let me check my phone, and they are right here. Connor Hellebuck this season is 6-0-1 with a 1.91 goals against average and a .940 save percentage.
Yeah.
And he's also the only goalie to have played 5 or more games and not lose in regulation yet.
Yeah. So, it's pretty incredible. I know it's a small sample size, but I mean that's a pretty good. You can't really get a 7-game stretch that's much better than that. So.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I guess they're gonna ride him for the foreseeable future until he goes off. I don't know.
I think this is the goalie we all thought he was gonna be that first year when he came in.
Yep.
And then sophomore slump, kind of like what Lione's having right now.
Yep.
And then the bounce back has just been incredible.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I think you have to go with him until. Like I think even if if you ride him for a bit and he has a really bad game, I think you still have to ride him out a little longer than that.
Oh, for sure.
Like and you don't want Mason, on the bench and only playing, 20 games. I still think he'll get, a fair share of games. But
well, you didn't see the Columbus game. He looked really good in that one.
No, but I heard he was pretty good.
Yeah, he was really good. He bounced back in a big way.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and that's good for him because those first 2 games, like, I know the scores were, really lopsided against the Jets, and his stats don't look good, but he actually played pretty well in those games. The team in front of him played awful.
Oh no, I agree 100% with you.
Like he made some potential, not goal or not save of the year, but at the time some of the nicest saves we'd seen, this season. So. I think he'll, I do feel bad for him, but I think he'll get back on track. I think he'll play, quite a few games still, but.
Oh yeah, he'll be fine. I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It's, I'm optimistic now. I was a little, after the first few games, it was kind of hard, but I've been really, and even their bottom 6, I've been really impressed with how they look now. I think Brendan Lemieux looked fantastic for what they need him to do. I think, what was I going to say? Sorry, blanking. Matt Hendricks, too. Really notice him on the penalty kill.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
You really notice him on there because he's always in the right spot. He's always in the shooting lane. He blocks the shot. He gets the puck out, which is good because their penalty kill's gotten a lot better since he started playing. So
for me with him, it's the retrieval of the puck off a shot. Like for some reason, he just knows exactly where that puck's going to be after the other team shoots it from the point. Like I don't know, it must be for playing in the NHL or in the league for how many years, but I've never seen anyone get to pucks that quickly, like from trying to block it to getting down low and stopping a possible shot.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No, I think he's been a real solid addition, and I think you're going to have there's going to be a bit of a conversation once Perreault and Lowry get healthy as to what they want to do, because you can't really. I mean, if you'd have a hard time right now arguing taking anybody out right now, I think.
Matthias.
Yeah, you know what? He hasn't scored and he hasn't really put up the points, but he's had a ton of chances.
Well, yeah, but it's like I said at the beginning of the year, it's a production-based league, and if you're not producing, you can't just keep playing guys.
Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah, and honestly, he would probably be the guy that they would take out, at least in my opinion right now, because, yeah, I think you have a hard time taking out any of the other guys, quite honestly.
I think one guy they can't take out that everyone wants them to take out is Tanev. I don't know if you agree with me on that, but...
They shouldn't take him
They
out?
should not take out Tanev.
Oh no, I absolutely not. I think he's been kind of like in the same sense that I think Lemieux has done what they need him to do perfectly. I think Tanev's doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Is he a third line guy? Probably not, but
Well, if you have him on your fourth line with Kopp and Hendricks,
yeah,
and then you have Lowry, Perreault, and Armia on your third line,
yes,
you're looking good.
absolutely.
So,
yeah, it's I'm very optimistic. I don't know. What about you guys?
oh no, I think they're doing great right now, and it's only looking up. Really, like
Yeah.
I don't see this team getting worse. Like defensively, they've been dynamite. Like you probably have one of the best top 6 in the league.
For defense?
Yeah, for defense.
Yeah. Actually, that was the other thing I want to talk about. I think Tyler Myers has been lights out. And I think not having him last year and having him this year, it's almost like adding a free agent, but you don't have to go and sign anybody because he played what? I think he played 11 games last year.
I think so. Yeah, 8 or 11 around there.
And he's already played 11 games this year, and he's been, not just, a serviceable player, but he's been very noticeable. I think, at least. I think he's actually playing really well.
Oh no, him and Kulikov is like because you're keeping Buff off the penalty kill right now and saving him minutes, right? So that's another thing that they're adding is just like time off for Buff, like, and Kulikov and Myers as a 5-6 pairing is just I don't even know how to describe it. It's too much.
And it's actually a very good pair, and I think they're both well in the pluses, and they both put up a few points, and for like you said, for a third pair, like you can't get much better than that, at least in my opinion, for a third pair. So
No, for sure.
But I don't know. Cam, what do you think?
Well, I think the Jets definitely we talked about it earlier. I'm pretty happy that they actually came out of the first month 500 or over 500 because I definitely didn't think they were. I remember when we were looking at the schedule, looking at the first month, we said this will tell us how the Jets are doing, and they started a little slow, obviously. Not even with the Leafs, just the 7-1 or whatever the score was. It 7? It doesn't matter. Whatever the score was, just as a team, they seemed slow, and now they're finally clicking. On all cylinders, it seems like. And I know people are like, well, they're still not scoring. Laine hasn't scored. But it's yeah. But if they're winning games and their clear-cut sniper isn't scoring, that means when they start scoring, that's going to be a problem for everyone else. And you know what? It's right in time. Fly guys are right around the corner, November 16th. Who better to bust a slump than the slump busters of the East, the Philadelphia Flyers?
No, I think it's going to happen tonight because he absolutely killed Dallas last year.
He did.
Yeah, you were saying, how many goals did he have last year against Dallas? 5 goals in 3 games or something like that?
No, he had 2 hat-tricks for sure. They said today he had 12 points in 5 games against them last year.
Okay.
Well,
it's a bit of a different team now, but let's hope he still feels good about playing them.
Just hopefully he can get his confidence up when he, maybe playing a team that he's had success against will kind of, get him going again. I mean,
you know what they need to do is get Ehlers on the top power play to play with him because he sucks everyone over so that Laine can get open.
That is true.
I'm watching both power plays. They can't get anything generated on the first power play, and Ehlers sits there with the puck, moves up and down, and gets the puck back all the time, and everyone just moves towards him. If they get him over on the first power play unit to play with Laine, I think they're going to start scoring goals.
I mean, it's almost inevitable with the talent that they have that they're gonna, things are gonna click. They're gonna start putting goals in on the power play. Yeah. I know it hasn't. That was actually one of the things just by following on Twitter when I was away. Apparently, it sounded like their power play was pretty abysmal in one of the games or both of the games, the road games.
Yeah, no, their power play wasn't great.
So, I think it'll come with time, though, for sure.
Well, no, it's like all power plays. It's all it takes is a couple of games to get 2 or 3 goals and it gets hot, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all it is to me is the zone entry. That first power play unit can't get into the zone clean.
Yeah.
They need Ehlers to bring it in.
I mean, even the Pittsburgh game, it was a blowout, and their power play still didn't look good. You know,
the other
like,
the goalies for Pittsburgh were just bad that game.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, Murray looked.
Murray was coming off a back-to-back game, so.
To quote Greg, Murray was very pedestrian. And I'm sure Greg will appreciate me saying that about him because I don't think Greg's a big fan. So.
Of Matt Murray? No. Greg, I've never met someone who's so hard-pressed against a 2-time Stanley Cup champion goalie more than Greg.
In his rookie year. He was a rookie last year. He was a 2-time Stanley Cup champion as a rookie.
The first 3 years. In his entry-level contract, he's still in it.
Yep.
2 cups. Yep. 2.
Yep. It's crazy. He won 2 cups before he was eligible to win a Calder, which is just nuts. So.
What? He's still considered a rookie?
No,
Last
technically, if he hadn't won the Calder, he would have won it after the second cup.
Oh, yeah, by technicality of when they give it out.
So,
My God.
I should say he was eligible, but he won 2 cups before he could have won the Calder. Let's put it that way.
Hey, you know what? I'll take that trade-off. I think he's okay.
I think he's a good goalie. I think he is.
All right, Dan. Well, do you have any closing things before we move on to the mailbag?
Well, yeah, I just want to we haven't talked for a while. I wanted to see kind of what you guys, what you think of the first month, kind of surprises, and, I mean,
Oilers.
One team for me that I still don't understand is New Jersey. I don't get it. I mean, they do have a very young roster, which is kind of ironic considering how 2 or 3 years ago they had a very old roster. But, they're what? I think they're 9-2 right now.
They are 9-2, yep.
Like, it's kind of getting into the point where these teams that started on hot streaks, if they're still on them, it's starting to get to the point where it's not just a streak. It might be, something you see going forward.
Yeah, because I don't even think Schneider's doing, outstandingly good, like Hellebuck is, sort of. He's, just kind of been average.
Mm-hmm.
Not average, but, average for him. So, very good still, but
yeah,
not blowing the doors off, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're probably the biggest surprise to me, and the biggest disappointment, I think, has to be Edmonton right now, because,
That's what happens when you build a team without defensemen. Look at what Dallas did. 1 year they're top of the, was it Central, and then the next they're second last or third last?
Do you guys think that they'll bounce back?
I think once Sekera comes back from injury, it'll help, but they might be too far gone by then.
Yeah, because they've won 3 games? I think
3-7-1 right now.
Yeah, whew. And for a team that I picked to win the Stanley Cup, I think a lot of people picked to at least be in the final this year. That's, I don't know.
Yeah, me too. I picked them to go to the Cup and really regretting it. But you know what? I mean, I would just love it. Nothing would make me happier than seeing a Vancouver Canuck New Jersey Devils Cup final. Nothing in it. Or who's in the top 5? Oh, let me just name off teams I hate watching. The Kings, the Blues, the Devils. Who else is up there?
Tampa.
Tampa, I love. It doesn't matter. I actually love Tampa. They're fantastic.
Pittsburgh is
Pittsburgh, good. I love watching Crosby win again and again and again and again. Great.
Yep.
It's going to be...
Back to Tampa, how good is Stamkos this year? Holy crap.
Guys, I told you. But this is the real true test. Can he survive January? Because Stamkos hasn't seen January in 3 years. The end of January.
But with the pace he's on now, he might win the scoring title by January. It's fine.
He's making up for lost time because he knows it's going to happen.
He's just preparing. He's got, 24 points in, 15 games or something? Or 13 games? Something stupid.
I don't know his, but I know Kucherov, who has, just below him. His stats, the last time I checked, he was on pace for 82 goals, 48 assists, and 130 points. And they haven't played since, so... And Stamkos has a better points per game than he does right now, so...
Yeah. Well, I think Tampa's looking pretty good, which I don't think anybody really...
You know who looks really good on Tampa? Sergachev.
Yeah?
He might win the Calder. I'm saying it now. Hot take.
Oh, yeah? You think Mikhail Sergachev's going to win the Calder? How dare you? Because Victor Mete is staying with the Habs. Ooh. Yeah, why not? Why have a tandem of two rookies when you can have one rookie who got hurt and another rookie who has 9 points? Or 8 points in 9 games. My bad.
If the season stays the way it is, it's just going to be the Tampa Bay show at the award ceremony. It's just going to be just Tampa Bay.
Did you not listen?
Tampa Bay.
Did you not listen
Tampa
to
Bay.
my
You
awards
might be
predictions?
right.
The only one I think I missed on is I didn't pick Vasilevsky. I picked Hedman. I wish I would have switched. I wish I would have taken Vasilevsky and then take not Hedman. Not that Hedman's not a fantastic defenseman, but I don't think he's Norris quality as of right now.
Oh, he's
You
Norris quality, just not in the regards of how they look at the Norris.
Yes, correct. Because it's the Bobby Orr award of who has the most points nowadays, which might mean why would they have 2 defenseman awards? Why not have the Norris, which is best defenseman? Because Shea Weber would have won it by now for sure. Back in the day, he would have had one. And then have Bobby Orr, like, top points defenseman, number 1 on
What
D.
would you guys have given a bigger chance to? The Oilers being 3-7-1, or Brent Burns not having a goal yet this season? What would have been more unrealistic to you?
Last time they played that I saw, this was 2 nights ago, he had 51 shots on net.
0 goals.
I would have taken Oilers. Like as in, like, I believe Oilers more. Brent Burns, there's no way you could have told me that, and I believe you. Like, Oilers, I could see it because they're so heavy on McDavid. Dan, you go. What do you got?
Well, I don't know. I think I was just so high on Edmonton that I would have, if you told me they were, at this point, a month into the season, I would have said no. There's no way. But yeah, I mean, I didn't even know that Burns hasn't scored a goal yet. That's pretty...
They only have 2 defensemen that have scored goals so far. It's Brendan Dillon and some rookie Heat or something. I don't know his name.
Jeez. And they kind of had a slow start, but they're kind of slowly turning it around, I think, right?
San Jose?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're right back to where they normally are. There's Jumbo Joe's just being Joe and scoring goals, and not scoring goals, getting assists, and Pavelski scoring goals.
They beat the Leafs, who are the odds-on favorite to win the Stanley Cup, so technically they should win the Stanley Cup, right?
I beg to differ, Dan. The Fly Guys also beat the Leafs.
I saw that. I was flying back that night, and I was going to watch it on the plane, and there was no TV on the plane.
Didn't they lose, the next game? Who was that to again? The Flyers.
The Flyers, they were doing their charity work. They lost to the Arizona Coyotes. I'm telling you.
Yeah, first team to lose to them this year. They were like 0-11 or something, weren't they?
The Jets are the slump busters of the West. Flyers are the slump busters of the East. Okay, I get it from both ends. Like, it never ends ever. I know about everyone's stats because both teams that I watch most frequently break slumps. That's what they do. It's what they do. It's never going to end.
While we're on the Flyer train, Cam, how do you feel about Mr. Gudis getting Superman punched by an old man?
You know what? First off, who saw that punch coming, right? That would knock out anyone. When I saw, the highlight, because I didn't watch the game, I was like, Jesus! Oh, my God! Great, hell of a punch.
I'll give Bieksa.
I
hate Bieksa,
but
that was great.
I'm not a big fan of Kevin Bieksa. When he's playing my team, otherwise, he's fantastic. But... you know what? Great punch. I can't even get mad at that because no one saw that one. Not even, the announcers were like, "Whoa, Superman punch!" They got so excited. It's like BX has taken some notes from GSP. He's jacked that he's coming back this weekend. That's
Clearly.
right.
But yeah, honestly, if you had told me that happened, I wouldn't have believed you.
Oh,
I didn't think he had it.
Sorry, go ahead. You go.
Yeah, no, if you had told me that BX Superman punched someone at his age, would not have believed you.
Hey, the versatility in his... Hey, you know what? At least he's making the game he's good at more versatile and make it work for himself. I mean, you gotta give him kudos for that, right?
Oh, absolutely.
But other than that, I mean, I like how the Flyers are just getting injury plagued, left, right, center. Ghost is out with the concussion. Patrick's still out with the concussion. Gudis apparently just got hurt last night. I was informed.
I just saw that he played 6 minutes. That's
he's
and it was all the way into the end of the second. And he only played 6 minutes. And
for sure,
wasn't returning. So
for sure, then because he normally plays 17 to 21 on average. So, I mean, I guess we're gonna see how good this young decor is. I mean, I've been yelling about him for years, but really, I'll put my money where my mouth is right now.
You're gonna find out.
Yeah, it sucks. really does suck. And I like how Provorov, they're like, you know what, Provorov, you don't mind playing 30 minutes every night, right? And he's like, I'm 20! Come on! I gotta get my contract before I can do this shit. I'm tired of it. Yeah.
He's gonna have a stranglehold of them though.
Who? Oh, Provorov?
Oh yeah.
He's getting like 7.
He's
Like he
gonna
doesn't
right
even
off
put
the
up
bat.
great numbers. He's getting at least 7. He's not even open and touching the door handle of the offices. So they don't start at 7.
They'll probably give him 7 at the end of this year.
Oof. Well, Flyers are like pretty well known for giving contracts like with a year left because they were like, ooh, maybe we'll save money. I think Provorov, I don't know who his agent is. I haven't looked into it. Really hoping it's not the Ryan Johansson guy because
Overheart.
I think they're going to trade him if that happens. And who's going to pick up the slack? Andrew McDonald in the last year of his contract next year? Great. Can't wait.
You know what? If that is his agent, just call Chevy because Chevy knows how to handle him.
Who is it? Why? Who
Trouba.
Trouba.
Hey, whoa. No way. I'm not giving Trouba anything yet. This is the year Chevy earns that keep. Then we'll call them. Yeah. They'll do it then. Only because this is the contract that, okay, they gave him the bridge. They gave him the bridge already. So now it's time to see what he wants and if they can get her done. Or what they both want, see if they can meet somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting, but I think they're going to they'll throw whatever he wants at him. So it's going to be a matter of if he wants to be here or not.
Oh, I think he wants to be here now. But I will stay, since I got to stay true to my my heel fashion, I will continue to say he's going to look great in a Red Wings jersey. Going to look great.
There you go.
I don't think who in their right mind would sign an offer sheet from the Wings? They're stiffing. They stiffed Andreas Anastasio for like $200,000. They stiffed him. You think they're gonna offer sheet anyone? No, not a chance. Maybe they'll give him a stake in like the Little Caesars franchise, and maybe that's how he wants to get in.
Yeah, hometown boy though.
Detroit, yeah, they always got a Michigan. They always get that nice pull of like, ooh, well, why not come play for your home team, son? And you're like, what is this crap? Come on, stay here.
Exactly.
You got a hell of a better chance winning in Winnipeg than you do in Detroit. I don't care about history. No way. Their future. Man, playoffs in the next 3 years? Maybe. I wouldn't put money on it.
Maybe.
Personally.
I mean, they're off to a better start than I thought they'd be, but
Yeah, well, I don't pay attention to the Red Wings because they always prove me wrong. Like always. Watch them win the cup this year because they said that.
No.
Yeah. All right. Well, anything else you got to say before we let you go?
No, that's it. It was fun to talk about hockey again.
Oh yeah, it was nice. All right, we'll actually try and see you next week. It was my bad. It's okay.
Yep.
We'll see you next week.
All right, guys.
All right, have a good one. Done. Good. Glad that's over. No, that was fantastic. Really covered a lot of stuff with Dan.
Oh, yeah.
That was nice.
Got a lot done.
All right. Let's see if I got notes here. So let's see if I got anything else while I can take a peek here. Oh, right. That's what I was going to ask you. I should ask Dan that too. Okay, the Vegas goalie options. Just I saw a quick article.
They're not trading for anyone. Fleury's going to be back soon.
Oh, is he?
I saw a thing on on the internet today. They were talking about how they don't want to go after a goalie because Fleury is supposed to be day to day, but it's a concussion, so you never know how long he's going to be. He'll come back to play against Winnipeg and steal a game.
Of course. Yeah. Well, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he? Slump busters.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a slump bust. I'm the assistant captain of the slump bust team. There's no captain of the slump busters, but everyone's an assistant captain.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone gets an A the moment you walk through the door. Yeah. Oh, Vegas. Where did I write this? Vadim Shipashov. He can be released. He wants to be released. But turns out, with his contract, he has to pay back $2 million of the signing bonus to be released and placed on unconditional revocable waivers or unconditional waivers, basically where no one will pick him up.
He was in Vegas. You don't think all that money's gone already?
Oh, no.
Hookers and blow for everyone.
I'm on your side, folks. Definitely.
So basically, no way that money's still there.
And he was suspended by the team because he didn't report to the AHL, which would be the Chicago Wolves.
Yeah, but the thing with him is, why the hell would you want to go to the Chicago Wolves? You've played one game as a Golden Knight, You have a goal and 2 assists. Or is it a goal and
He had
assist?
3 games, goal, 2 assists.
The only game I saw him play was the one.
No, he for sure played more than one, did he not?
I'm pretty sure he played one game because then they had someone else come back from injury. I could be wrong. I'm going to look it up right now.
I'm probably wrong. I'm pretty good at that game. Pretty good at that game.
But keep going. What else do you got for me?
Oh, wait, hold on. I do. Registered 1 goal, 2 penalty minutes, and a +3 rating in 3 games with the Golden Knights.
I didn't
He
realize
scored a
that.
goal for the Golden Knights. I know everyone pretty much on that team has a goal by now, but I don't get it. Like,
Why'd you bring him in for $4
put
million?
one of your look through your. I know he got sent down because of his contract. No one could pick him up.
Yeah.
But you don't have anyone else just to put him on waivers. Like, are they that important to your future? You're paying this guy $9 million over the next 2 years, $4.5 million, and you can't find a room in your lineup for him.
I think
you
it's
can't.
Gallant. I think it's Gerard Gallant.
And what do you mean it's Gallant?
I don't think he's that good with young players.
But Vadim Shipachyov isn't that young.
Yeah, but he's new to the NHL game.
Oh, so he doesn't have time
He
for the
doesn't
players.
exactly.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
Kind of what I meant. Not
No. We get you now. Yeah. I mean, but
because you still have to adapt to the NHL game because it's a quicker paced game than the KHL. Because in the KHL, you notice it still in Liney's game where they like go down and then they try to make a move to slow down the pace. There's no slowing down the pace in the NHL. It's bang, 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 bang.
It's in
go,
your
go,
face
go.
all the time.
Exactly. There's no slowing it down and looking around and seeing what you can do. It's making plays instantly to progress the offense.
and I guess he didn't like what he saw in those games.
I guess he didn't. From what I saw, I liked the one game I saw. I don't know. The game that he scored the goal, I was like, damn, like him and I think he was playing with Tuch or whatever the hell.
Alex Tuck.
Tuck. Is
Yeah.
it Tuck?
Yeah.
It's spelled Tuch.
It's American.
Idiots.
Alex Tuck. Yeah.
But anyways, they look really good together. I thought they were really good.
And I mean, why have one line when you could have 2 lines with duos? Like put Tuck with Shipachyov, Neil with Marchessault and I think Riley Smith or Cody Eakin or whoever.
Whoever.
Have more than just one option. Not, hey, Vegas is proving me wrong. They're doing great.
Yeah, they are.
But eventually it's going to dry up a little bit, and you don't think you want a guy. You thought, okay, you valued him at $4.5 million. That's at least a fantastic second liner, lower and top liner. Why aren't you giving him a shot at all? Like, shouldn't McPhee step in and say something at this point? Because he's the one who signed the contract, like offered the contract.
You know what? The way I look at that though is your coach is your coach, and
he doesn't like what he sees.
He doesn't like what he sees, and he can tell. The GM can tell him all he wants, but at some point the coach just goes, no, like he's not making my lineup. You brought me here to win. We're winning. I'm not changing how I coach, and he's not ready for how I coach.
And he's not willing to wait, i.e. he got suspended because he's not reporting.
Well,
so
I wouldn't
clearly he
report
wants
either.
to play too.
That's fair.
Yeah, you wouldn't report either. Yeah,
In his situation where he can go back to Russia and play
and get paid
KHL and get
the
paid
same.
even more money probably. He was the
Yeah,
third leading scorer or something in the KHL.
Yeah.
I'd go back and make $8 million.
Would they trade him? Because they could trade him to his line mate with Evgeny Dadonov, who's in Florida. Like, they played together for the last, 2-3 years.
They looked at trading him. Like, the agent went around and went to all the teams. No one's interested in him.
Because of the cap hit.
Probably because of the cap.
Damn.
The only one that I could see that would make sense, but they just started scoring finally, is Montreal.
Why would they take him?
To ruin another Russian player, like they are Galchenyuk.
They're vicious. What's happening? I don't even.
They're awful.
So disappointing. There was a trade, I wanted to say, as I looked down, totally unrelated whatsoever. Scott Wedgwood got dealt to the Coyotes.
And
for a
won
5th round.
his first game he played.
Did he?
That was the first game he played.
Against the Flyers?
Yeah.
Of course he did. I didn't know that. Wow, Walker, I didn't plan that. I didn't
I'm
know
just
that.
saying that. I didn't mean to throw that in your face. I'm just saying that was the first game he played.
Oh, do you see when Getzlaf came back?
And then he took
Goal-
a puck to the face.
Yeah,
and then
but goal 3 assists in the very first game he came back against the
the
Flyers.
Flyers. And then was it the next game where he got a puck to the face and was done?
He's out 3 games. That looked rough.
I didn't see it.
It was bad. It was just a tip, and it went right, the puck was flat, and it hit him flat on his left cheek.
And just probably didn't break anything because there's a big surface area there if the puck's hitting you flat, right?
No,
So
but it hit him flat, and then he just dropped the stick, skated off, kind of dropped a bit. And then the ref, they had possession, and the ref just blew it because he could tell he was hurt. And then he just skated off and looked pretty upset. Because remember a couple years ago in the playoffs where he got that puck in the mouth and he had, like, his mouth is huge and he had stitches and stuff because he had to get cut. And then he took that selfie in his face. Everyone's like, oh my God. And, like, he didn't miss a game.
No,
I remember the weirdest things. Yeah. I want to see what else I got here. Anything else you want to mention?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay, I'll see if oh, yes. Okay. Last night, Brian Boyle, who was diagnosed with leukemia in September, made his Devils debut. Fantastic.
Glad I thought they were going to win that game. That's just...
Oh.
brings your spirits up too much.
Oh, yeah.
Of course they're going to win that game.
Now, here's a dilemma here. I'm going to pose it not regarding Brian Boyle. Okay. You have a player on the ice who scores his first NHL point. He was a secondary assist. And he passed it to a player who had his 500th point. But the player who scored the goal, it was his 200th point.
No.
Who would you give the puck to?
Rookie.
Rookie?
Rookie.
That's what I said as well. Let me read this out. Travis Hanlon's first NHL point was a secondary assist to Jake Voracek's 500th point, which was a primary assist to Sean Couture's 200th point. It was on a power play.
Who gets them? Do they just cut it into a third? Or
I don't know what
what
happened. I never looked into it. But I was just like, I took a screenshot of it just to see your opinion. Because, like, I said rookie as well.
Yeah, it's
got
got
to be the 500 points is pretty good. But, yeah, it's got to be the rookie, right? Like, got to be the rookie.
First point.
It's only fair. Fair. Speaking of, like, not rookies, but could have been a rookie, Cale Clegg, he got sent down from the LA Kings. Because, whatever, I mean, they're okay on D. He'll be fantastic, pending injury for Team Canada. In 13 games played as a defenseman, how many points does he have?
I'm going to say 15.
That's a guess?
Yeah.
Okay, goals, he has 10. Assists, he has 14.
Are you serious? How many games?
13 games, 24 points. In his first,
oh my God, that's disgusting.
In his first 3 games, he had 2 hat tricks.
That's a defenseman. Ow.
As a D. Clearly he wanted to send a message and be like, I think I was ready! Kings, come on!
My God.
Yeah, that's something else. I had to share that for my love of the Brandon Wheat Kings and nothing else. Just we'll keep a Cale Clegg watch going because he's going to be at the World Juniors pending injury, of course. I hope no one gets injured. Yeah. But pending injury, I really hope he tears it up, and you'll know who he is. He was there last year.
Yeah,
he'll be with Logan Stanley again.
Really?
Like, oh man, they looked so good together. They were in the summer showcase. It was Cale Clegg, 5'10". $170 soaking wet, and the ogre Logan Stanley. So it was like a protective dad with a little son at the park.
I love when guys go to grab Logan Stanley and he just grabs their chest and then just like extends his arm, and then they're trying to grab him and all they can get is like
the elbow.
His bicep or his elbow pad. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah. Oh, jeez. All right, we're gonna go straight into Fallen for Dolan. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not much has changed. 27th, Florida. 28th, Montreal. 29th, Buffalo. 30th, Edmonton. 31st, Arizona.
Wow, it's like old times, eh? Edmonton being at the bottom.
We're back at it again. We're back at it. We're back in it. Unbelievable. Oh, yes. I did have a comment by Luke. Guys, Luke, every time he comments now, like seriously, like I can't make these words up. This isn't me. You'll know why.
I know why. I read the comment. Yeah. I know exactly why.
So first off, thank you for the comment. I'll read it now. Luke commented, "Good podcast, guys. I figured out a way to know when Greg is on one of his scouting assignments or busy fighting exotic diseases. That's a reference to Greg having the mumps. Big fan of Mumford & Sons. Besides the episodes when he is memorable, otherwise, you can tell based on the volume of speaking. Greg is cool like that. He's like the testosterone-heavy version of a cheerleader." I like that. "Passionate about the sport he watches from the sidelines. Instead of pageantry and dance, it is shouting and debate. On some, open quotations, Greg mad now. Greg slam fist on table. Close quotations. Shit." Not wrong. "Cam shows his diversity. He is a calm, cool, collected, and secure alpha male type who has no problem raising his volume when provoked. He even hurt the shit out of that kid in his minor hockey days. I respect that." 2 things. 1,
minor lacrosse.
He had it coming, okay? He had it coming. He was cheating and breaking the rules. I took the rules into my own hands. Story for another day. Secondly, I'm not an alpha male. Like, I mean, I love the words. Thank you very much. But the farthest. The only way I'm an alpha male is like, I've said this plenty of times. Me and most of my friends play on a hockey team together. The only reason I'm still on this team, like, it's not skill-wise. It's because I run the team, and they can't kick me off. That's the only time I'm the alpha male is when I'm like, guys, give me money. I don't want to give you money. Fine, then we're not going to have a team. And I'll tell everyone you didn't pay. Okay, I guess I'll give you money. Like, that's the only time I'm an alpha in my life at all. Everyone else, I'm like, yeah, okay. I'll do what everyone else is doing. Yeah. I even tried going to the gym for like 6 months. I loved it. It was lots of fun. But I was a guy who, like, in between hard reps of other people's hard reps, because I didn't do them, I would just go talk to people. Like, I spent 2 hours at the gym, and they weren't hard hours. They were like 20 minutes of hard work. And by that I mean I was on, like, the Stairmaster. And then the rest was talking the entire time. Like, I knew everyone, like, a month in.
I could see you just being there doing, like, a bench press and having no weight on the bar. And just...
It's true, I can every rep. My friends who helped me, like, get into the gym did actually, like, they did, like, competitions and whatnot. And they would set up the bench beside them because they got tired of lifting all the weights on and off, because they literally, like, they would be benching, like, 4 plates on each side, like 8 plates. I could do 2 half plates. And I'd be like, "Ugh! Dude, grab it. Grab it with a guy. Grab it." And he's like, "Dude, you're doing the bar, which is 45 and 15. You're doing 60 pounds. I'm like, grab it. Grab it. And he can grab it with like 2 fingers. And he's like, "Okay, you okay, princess?" I almost died. And they're like, "Oh my God, no, please, don't." I was awful. Like, the only thing I could beat the gym guys at is cardio. Like, that, and because cardio... people
and trash talking.
Oh, yeah. But... You got to be careful at the gym, because you can
a lot
trash
of
talk a guy, and then I'm like,
steroids.
oh yeah, I'll never forget the day that I signed up. I was like, hey, do people joking? I'm like, hey, where do I get the steroids? And the lady's like, turn around, she's like, you see people like that? And there was this guy, I saw the veins in between his abs. And she's like, that's not natural. No one gets that defined. I don't care how good your diet is. So she's like, probably talk to that guy. This guy's also a guy who had brown hair, would shave it short, and then bleach blonde his buzz cut. He was crazy. And he was a guy who, if you were on a machine that he wanted to use, he would come up to you and talk to you and then be like, you done? And I'm like, I have one more set. And he's like, and then like walk away, and I'm like, I think he's upset with me. And then I would do my last set, and he would literally just like do half the set for me. Just because he wanted the machine, because technically he's helping, but he's not at all. He's just terrifying. And then she's like, you see those guys? Like, they're toned, but you don't see the muscle, like the veins pulsating in their body? Those guys, talk to those guys. And those are my friends. I liked everyone. But yeah, trash talking, pretty good at it. Cardio, fun fact, all guys who like want muscle definition don't run. They just hate running, apparently. They just hate it. I don't know why. I don't know if it's bad for you. I think it's good for you. I loved it. But I was always with the ladies. I never talked to the ladies, but I was with the ladies on the treadmill. And then one time I was
always falling a little bit behind on the treadmill. Oh, it's so hard. Oh, look at that butt. Oh,
actually,
get back. She looked at me.
I did that once, except I didn't realize how far back I was. And then, you know the magnetic thing, it's an emergency stop if it gets unplugged? It got unplugged, it emergency stopped, and I fell and just smashed the back of my head on the window behind me. And my music was really loud too, so I didn't hear how loud it hit, and it was a Saturday at like 10 in the morning. Well, you'll never know how many treadmills there are until everyone on the treadmill stop and look at you. There was like 30 faces just staring like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I was... Wow, 5 speeds fast. It was ridiculous. All right, now we're way off the rails.
That's how we do.
Any closing words? What do you got?
Nope, that's
Nothing?
pretty much it.
All right.
Go home and watch the Jets game now.
Yep, that sounds fantastic. All right, so from here at Last Minute Podcast, if you want to email us, comment, tell us about your gym stories. You've got gym stories. If you made this far. lastminutepc@gmail.com. lastminutepc on Twitter. You can find us at iTunes, Podomatic, anywhere you get your podcast needs. And until next time, we'll see you later. We'll see you at another time. Ladies on the Benji.